Coffee is undoubtedly a universal beverage worldwide. So, is coffee a health drink? Stay tuned to learn more. For coffee lovers, we have a good news for you. Coffee drinking broadly seems to be healthy. The Scandinavian studies showed coffee drinkers have kind of lower cause mortality than non-coffee drinkers. The natural occurring antioxidants and active substances in coffee beans are probably the contributing factor to the health benefits of coffee. Nevertheless, one needs to be mindful of the ingested dose of coffee per day. On average, something that is claimed to be healthy, like coffee, does not always mean it's something for everyone, as an individual. Talking about the health risks and benefits of coffee, there seems to be a sweet spot to play around in terms of coffee dosing per day. Any quantity of more than 5 to 6 cups a day may seem to be a nuisance medically. To some, this magical cutoff point may be way smaller. These annoying health effects may be personalized, affecting some, but not others. Typically, these effects are caffeine-related, and may include heart pounding, medically called palpitations, insomnia, difficulty to sleep, increased urination due to augmented bladder sensitivity, and diuretic effect. People who are constipated may find coffee helpful, as it also acts as mild laxatives, if the dose is right. Much like other plant beans, coffee beans may cause allergic rhinitis, stomach bloating, and gastric reflux-related bothersome symptoms. This is attributed to the natural occurring protein, called lectins. Lectins are the potential culprit to histamine's release in human body. To some, histamines are the contributing factor to stomach upset. There are many ways coffee may be served, namely, drip coffee, percolator extracted coffee, or espresso version. Regardless of how coffee is prepared, there should not be any disparity in health benefits, so long it comes from a good quality source, and in its natural state. So, what happens if we start to add things into the coffee? Well, obviously, the dairy. Drinking milk becomes a daily routine to many people, and many of us go to stores to buy a coffee, which is latte, super duper cappuccino, or frappuccino. So, is it still healthy? In essence, adding milk to coffee probably does not have much negative health impact, but it does add extra fat and calorie. For those who hate the bitterness, white coffee is a good alternative. Milk is a good natural bitter blocker. It takes the edge off the natural bitterness of coffee, and literally, it makes coffee more enjoyable to some people. Watch out! Too much milk in coffee may be bad for those who suffer from lactose intolerance. People who are into the time-restricted eating, adding milk to black coffee seems to disrupt health benefits gained by medical fasting. A more costly, higher-grown premium coffee seems to be less bitter naturally. Hence, it needs less added milk to be more palatable. Perhaps, the worst thing that you don't want to do is to add excessive sugar into the coffee drink. It's wise to consider avoiding regular consumption of processed instant coffees, which have added chemical sugar, for obvious medical reasons. In essence, any healthy food with excessive sugar added means negative health benefit. People who are passionating about coffee, but wanting to limit the caffeine intake, for medical purposes or personal preference, decaf coffee is a great alternative. Unlike regular coffee, caffeine has been removed to make decaf coffee. Decaf is a short for decaffeinated coffee, in case you don't know. The caffeine inside coffee beans is chemically removed by solvents, if done well, has limited impact on taste and smell. The coffee color may be mildly altered, depending on solvents used. In short, these are some of the popular ways to decaffeinate coffee beans. A Swiss water process, whereby water is used as a solvent. A supercritical carbon dioxide, in which liquefied carbon dioxide is used. Last but not least, sugarcane process, in which an organic solvent, ethyl acetate, is used. Decaf coffee goes stale fast, as it's less dense and more porous, to allow air to penetrate into coffee beans easily. In general, decaf coffee tends to be more pleasing in terms of bitterness and smell. It's probably more acceptable for those who hate bitterness in regular coffee. In essence, decaf coffee is harder to work with as a roaster, and it goes stale faster. Hence, For truly delicious decaf coffee, we recommend to get fresh roasted coffee beans to grind yourself, and consume them within 2 to 3 weeks, for the best, and truly uncompromised taste experience. Pre-ground decaf coffee from supermarkets has completely different experience in smell and taste, though it remains safe to consume, but it's not what it once was, from the taste and flavor point of view. The bottom line is, freshness is the key for best smell and the taste experience in decaf coffee. The limited number of scientific studies in decaf coffee does not mean decaf version is of health hazard compared to caffeinated coffee, or so-called regular coffee. The nutritional value of decaf coffee is pretty similar to the regular coffee, apart from caffeine-free. To qualify as decaf coffee, a near 99% of caffeine in coffee beans is eliminated. Truly speaking, decaf coffee is not 100% caffeine-free, but the amount of caffeine is usually medically negligible in terms of stimulating effects. Although the research on decaf coffee is way less extensive than regular coffee, decaf coffee is believed to be as healthy as regular coffee in terms of health protection, such as reduced diabetes risk and premature death, as well as age-related mental decline. Unlike regular coffee, decaf coffee has been proven to result in less significant acid reflux, indicating that, not just lectin, caffeine also has gastric stimulating effects. Ironically, regular coffee seems to have several health advantages over decaf version, in the perspective of stimulating effects. Regular coffee makes drinkers stay alert. It reduces tiredness and boosts performance. Some studies suggested regular coffee diminishes depression and suicidal risk, increases athletic performance in sports, and reduces liver cirrhosis. As such, regular coffee seems to improve reaction time, memory, and mental function. It's also reported regular coffee increases metabolic rate and fat burning. Okay. I think we have covered fair enough about coffee and health. Until then, stay tuned for the next episode in Health Room.